Man, these niggas talk hard like this, act like they up to switch whole time, man, they won't even diss. DNA check, found that you make it look easy. Yo, I did my earnest through the furnace, deadlifting all my burdens, pay tithes on all my earnings. I hate fake Jews like Germans, got a bad bitch that's fertile, keep her wetted in a swirtle. War scars and golden girdles. Get that shit poppin' like colonels, nigga. Cause I'm running with the generals. Out here in these streets, I be talking shit in general. But if the truth hurts, nigga, wear that bitch. Crib niggas out here and they mad I'm rich. I got 4 wives, nigga, better than a bitch. And they all wanna share that dick. I'ma probably get checked for that shit, but I just wear the crown and what comes with it. I go rip retarded, I go dumb with it. Man, this rap shit, I thought that you was done with it. Man, I just pop up and have fun with it. So who want it? If you want it, you could come get it. And if you stepping up, then you better come with it. Cause I've been about that action. God raised me a captain at the foot of the Baptist, and you know I get active. Niggas know I get active. In my father's house, I'm trying to find me a mansion. Flip my pennies, don't mean expansion. My hymen kick them out if these niggas is lacking in sincerity and that true zeal and passion. Better check it in my city before I catch you slacking. Better run me that cover before I let you back. And it's the home of the truth, that's the end of the cap. And it's the end of the world, new beginning is happening.
Yeah. What's going on?
Too up, sir. Everything too up, sir.
Let me see. Let me turn my volume all the way up. Testing. Can you hear me?
Can, sir. Loud and clear, sir.
All right, man. What we had today? I know today you had some good for me.
So
I know today we have some good. But before we get into that, you could go ahead and get him the intro.
Sir. So this is the Breakdown podcast where we break down the strongholds that hold back the children of Israel here in Jamaica, the Caribbean, North, Central, and South America. You understand? We're here with our host, Captain Nayatak, and me, Officer 500, Kayadwan. You understand? Holding it down as you understand? Yeah, man.
That's right. So, where we at? Where we going?
All right, so... Salakia, sir. Go ahead, sir.
No. I waiting. I know you're going to pop some good on the screen.
Sir. So, we have, you know what I mean, a woman who... the jury's out on whether she's an Ethiopian, but more likely she is. You know what I mean? She have the feet. Yeah. She have the Ethiopian big forehead, you know what I mean, and that accent, you know. But she's bringing out what we have always said, you know what I mean, here in ISUPK, Jamaica. You know what I mean? That Rastafarian community don't like for here. See?
Yeah. They want to listen. They want to listen to what you had to say, or what you know. I mean, what come on the journey and how to say.
Right.
We've been saying this for years. Come on, journey have been on the streets for years. Been telling brothers and sisters that we are not these heathens. We are not Africans.
Right.
We may look, we may have the complexion, but we don't have the same blood. We don't come from the same bloodline. We're not African. It's just like some stories came out recently also too, with a brother who was a sniper for the U.S. military. He went and did the research and saw that he's a Hebrew Israelite. And he spoke, he said something that was heavy, and the mere fact he said it, there was only one place I ever heard it come from before. And only one person I heard say that like that, and that was Commander General Hannah. In which the brother started to question all the gods. You understand? These other heathens serve. All the heathens, they have God that look like them. All of them. You understand? You look at, he said, you look at Islam, The Arabs, Allah,
Can.
Muhammad, is they look like them.
Can
You
one
look
can.
you look at them Hindus and them, right? All their God looks like them. Mother
Can one.
Lashmi. Was the other one name? That day with the marijuana.
What's his name? Shiva.
Shiva.
Can one can.
Shiva look like a East Indian.
Can one can, sir.
You understand? The Chinese have Buddha.
Mm-hmm.
And lo and behold, where Buddha came from? Buddha was what?
Chinese.
It's Chinese, but first it was who? It was them East Indian.
Okay, can one
And
can,
then,
sir.
and they brought it over. You know what I mean? They accepted that Buddhism. But
Can one
guess
can.
what? They couldn't have a East Indian Buddha. They had to
Mm,
have a what? A
a Chinese.
Chinese Buddha.
Can one
You
can.
understand?
Can one can.
Just like with the so-called oppressor, he went and create Jesus, the so-called Caesar Borgia. He tried to put him up as being who? Jesus Christ.
Can.
But he is what? Caesar Borgia is what? Caucasian.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Every single nation on this earth worship gods that look like them.
Can one can, sir.
You understand? Who is the black man god? And as Kamal Journey Hannah so eloquently put it, the nigger god for
Right.
black Hispanics and Native Indians. You understand?
Can one can.
And now you have an African woman trying to come and tell us that the so-called Ethiopians are not us indirectly.
Can
She's
one.
indirectly saying it. You understand? She's indirectly saying it.
Mm-hmm.
And we have the proof. It's in
Can
the
one.
Bible. You understand? It's in the Bible. Plus, give me the Bible dictionary.
Can one can, sir.
Give me the Bible dictionary before we get into it. And let's get this here first in the Bible dictionary.
Can one can.
All right? We're gonna read Ham.
Can one can, sir.
Mm-hmm.
So it says, Ham,
Mm-hmm.
the youngest son of Noah,
Mm-hmm.
born probably about 96 years before the flood.
So Ham is what? The youngest son of Noah.
Can one can.
Right? Noah had 3 sons. It was Shem, Japheth, and Ham. All right. Black people come from. Let's see if black people come from Ham.
Can
You
one
feel
can,
me?
sir.
I mean, because you go tell brothers on the island that they not African, they're gonna be like, you see, you mean, see how you black people be? You hate your own kind. That they are not our people. But read on.
Can one can. And one of the 8 persons to live through the flood.
Mm-hmm.
He became the progenitor of the dark races.
The progenitor, meaning this man is where the dark races start from, basically.
Can one can.
You understand? He's the father of these dark races. Read on.
Can one can. Not the Negroes.
Not the what?
Not the Negroes.
In slavery, what did they say they had for slave? Did they say
Negro.
they had Negroes? Yeah.
Can one
They,
can.
they didn't say they had Africans for slave.
La. La.
They said they had Negroes for slave or colored people for slave.
Can one can.
They never addressed us as African people.
Right.
But now today, you're Afro Trini, you're Afro Jamaican, you're Jamaican, you're Trinidadian. So now you labeling your race by the island you're born on. So if you was born in the sea, what should I name you? That be named after a fish?
Can. Right.
You understand?
Can one can, sir.
If you was born in space, did I name you after a planet?
Right.
You'd be a Plutonian. You understand? Or Uranian?
Right.
What would it have been? You understand? Your race you get your race after the lineage of your father.
Can one can, sir.
That's where your race come from. It don't come from a land that you own. That's not your lineage, or that's not your race. That's like a Chinese man born in Jamaica. Is he a Jamaican too? So you and the Chinese man the same. So how come when the Chinese man come on the island, he somehow come all the way above you? He have all the grocery stores. He own a ton of land. He own your Blue Mountain coffee. That's worldwide. How come?
You
understand? Because you're a different nation, and your nation or your race is not given by the land or the island you're on. That'd be stupid. That is what you tell common people. Common people, you tell them things like that, and they believe it, and they swallow it, and they run with it. You understand? So now you have somebody. Go ahead.
Silaki, I don't mean to cut you off, sir, but
no, you go ahead.
Just to add to your point, we here with the black people in Jamaica call the Chinese man, Chinese man. You know what I mean? Showing you that we know his lineage, we know where he come from. But when we look at each other, we call ourselves Jamaican. You understand? Because we identify as Jamaicans. Of course, Jamaica is not our nationality, our true nationality. We are the Benjamites from the tribe, the nation of Israel. But you know, I mean, we see the other nations for who for the nation that they belong to. Slovakia, you understand?
Yeah. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean, it shows you how destroyed we are.
Right.
Because you could go to everybody on the island and start asking them what their nationality is, and you're gonna get 10 different answers.
Right.
One might say he's Jamaican, the other one might say he's Pan-African, the other one might say he's Afro-Jamaican, the other one might say I'm a Christian, the other one might say I'm a Rastafarian, the other one might say I'm Ethiopian, the other one might say I'm a human. You get different answers from men who come from the same tribe. You understand? Because we destroyed. We are destroyed. And this destruction, this destruction, you didn't just wake up and start believing these things. These things was taught to your forefathers. These things was whipped into your forefathers. These things was, you know what I mean, was etched into their mind by the cruelty of slavery through your forefathers. You understand? Your foremothers wanted you to survive slavery. So guess what? They beg you to what? To conform to your so-called oppressor. So now guess what? The oppressor wants to call you Jamaican. You're Jamaican. You accept him calling you Jamaican. You accept him dictating your history.
Right.
And telling you who he is. Like, how in the hell are you gonna tell me in slavery, you say I'm a Negro, I'm a colored person, and then in 2024, you turn around and say I'm African?
Right.
No. I'm not accepting that. You understand? Come on.
And Slovakia, it seems like, you know what I mean, every now and then them seem to change our identity, which proves where I say, sir, it seems like something is lost. Like we don't have an identity to you know what I mean, our true identity, because every now and then it seems like them change who them say we are. So we were Negroes before, then we became Black Americans, you know what I mean, Jamaicans, you know what I mean. No, them must say, them did say African American, and now them a try go to African. You know what I mean? And every one of the African conscious people, them want to go in that direction. Like the Rastafarians, them, and the Pan-Africanists, them, and the Egyptologists. Everybody want to go to Africa now, but now we are see that Africans are separating themselves. You know what I mean? Remember, Commanding General Yana has always said we are not Africans. But our people our people never want to accept that, but now the Africans them definitely are separate themselves from we for sure. So like yes, sir. Go ahead.
And the question, my big question is, why they don't accept what's coming out black man mouth?
Right.
Why they're not accepting the fact that we are saying that we are Israelites? Why they're not accepting it? You may tell you why they're not accepting it? Because they done do a number on us to the point whereas they destroyed the black man's reputation. So now anything coming out of black man mouth, it can't be true.
Okay,
you understand? It don't destroy our reputation. You work hard at destroying the black man reputation. You understand? So now anything comes out your mouth, it's not credible. They don't take it serious.
Right.
Until another nation says it. Until Putin got up on national television and showed the world that they have black pictures of Jesus Christ. That's correlating to the color of Christ in the Bible and his disciples in the Bible. So now, guess what? The work we've been doing for years, Putin did it in one day, and it was accepted. One day. You understand? And that's because they done tarnish the black man's reputation on the earth. But ain't no sweat. Under Commander Jerry Han and the UPK, we're gonna give black men back their reputation.
Right.
You understand? We're gonna let you all know that black men's reputation is not to be tarnished with. You understand?
All
right. Come on, go ahead and read that because we had to play that video.
Yeah, but we have some more. We have some crucial parts. You want some more of the Thundervan?
Yeah.
Kind of one cancer. So it said, he became, which is Ham became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes.
Not the what? Not the Negroes. Come on.
Right. But the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans,
oh boy,
and Canaanites.
And all those are who?
Africans. Right.
You understand? You go talk to African today, he could tell you what tribe he come from. He could tell you he's a Zulu, or where's some of the African tribes? I forget some of the names. The Ashanti, yeah. They could tell you all the tribes they come from.
Right.
You understand? They could tell you. You know what I mean? My question to you is, if we were African, tell me an African that, you know what I mean, that won the last 100 meters.
Right.
You know what I mean? That is, you know what I mean, an exceptional athlete, you know what I mean, over the brothers in the Caribbean or in America or in South and Central America. You understand? Like we should be replicating it, but that is not happening.
So like, yes, sir.
Come on.
An African commented on one of the videos them on TikTok saying that, oh, black people keep on I say their ancestors are in Africa when their ancestors were sold into slavery and is over the West. You know what I mean? Made it clear, blatant and clear that your ancestors don't come from over here. Your ancestors were brought over there, making a clear distinction between his ancestors and ours.
Yes. You know what I mean? Yes.
So,
the Africans, they know the difference. They know. The ones that are trying to game me up and saying he is African, they're only doing it for money's sake.
Right.
Or they have some agenda that they're working on. You understand?
And Slack, to add to that point as well, sir. There is this Muta Baruka did an interview where him interview a Obia man from Africa.
Yeah, I think I hear that one, but go ahead.
Sir. And you can clearly see that the Obia man was just playing along with him because him say good business in Jamaica because him know that people believe in that superstition. You understand? So see him like how you said, just game up with people and play along. But when Muta Baruka asked him about, you know what I mean, how did Africans, you know what I mean, if we don't have so much power, can claim him have power, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we don't have so much power, how Africans lose to the European? And the African went on to say that slavery was a good thing. And I think Muta Baruka was shocked because him love them thing there, and him love the African Obi and food them thing there, sir. And him was welcoming at the African. But when him hear the African say slavery was a good thing, him could hold it back. Yo, him unleash upon the African, you know. Like him get furious. See, the difference between the African and Muta Baruka is Muta Baruka foreparents did went through slavery. So Muta Baruka knows that slavery wasn't a good thing. But because the Africans, they don't have any connection to our suffering over here. Them are going to say it as if it rehabilitated us. You understand? so lucky. But Muta Baruka, you know what I mean, loving Africa all he want, him still could hold on that because he know what slavery really did to us. Lucky, sir.
Yeah, because Muta, I think, played in I think the original Roots or one of the movies, one of them African movies are.
Yeah, so lucky, I mean, not even didn't know that.
Yeah, Muta well known around the world.
Yeah, Caravan can.
Yeah, he starred in one of the movies. I forget the name of it, but it's a known slavery movie.
Caravan can.
You understand? And you know what I mean, and you know what I mean, brothers and sisters, we've been taught, you know what I mean, in all these schools that we African. But when you open the Bible makes a distinction between us and the Africans. Like, for example, you just read out the Zondervan that Ham was the father of who?
The dark races.
The Ethiopian, yes. The Egyptians, the Libyans, and the who?
The Canaanites.
And the Canaanites.
Canaanite cancer.
You understand? Not the Negroes. Right? Where did the Negroes come from? Remember, there was a flood on the earth, and only 8 souls survived that flood. Right? Noah, his 3 sons and their wives. You understand? Black people come from Shem. We don't come from Ham. We come from Shem. You understand? And now if you follow your lineage from Shem, you're going to see that we could follow it all the way to Israel.
Right.
Or Jacob. Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel, and Israel had 12 tribes. You understand? He had who? Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, what's the other one? Naphtali, Ephraim, the Puerto Ricans, Issachar, the Mexican, Asher from Colombia to Uruguay, which is your Brazilians. You understand? Your Colombians, right? I want to say Brazilians and Colombians. When I speak about the Central Americans, the South Americans, I'm talking about the natives of the land. You understand? I'm not talking about the people who migrated because of, you know what I mean, of wars in the countries. Like, for example, there's a large population of Italians that live in Argentina. I'm not talking about them.
Right.
You understand? I talk about the natives of Argentina. They have Naphtali according to the Bible. You understand? And was your other? Did I leave out any? Zebulon,
Reuben,
and Reuben. You understand? And God. How I can forget God? The Gadites, who's the native Indians. Reuben, who's the Seminole Indians. You understand? And Zebulon, who's your who's the people from El Salvador. You understand? Like, we had to wake up and realize that the so-called white man in America, the Englishman in England, the Portuguese, right? Give me that where it says that they're confederate against you. I think is Psalms 83.
Got one cancer.
Yes, they are confederate against, just like what they did to the so-called Palestinians. What did they do to the Palestinians? Even though by right, that land does not belong to the Palestinians. That land does not belong to the so-called Israelis. The land doesn't belong to them. But in 1948, America, England came together and formed that little country called what? Called Israel today.
Right.
You understand?
Got one can.
Right? It's the same thing they did, just on a larger scale, where all these countries, all these, I shouldn't say countries, but all these nations, including your Ethiopians, you understand? And all those African countries came together and did this to black people. Read.
Got one cancer. This is the book of Psalm, chapter 83 and 5, and it says, "For they have consulted together with one consent."
And who's the they? All these other nations on this earth.
Got one can.
All of them. Why it is Putin takes so long to come out with the truth that the men in the Bible were black.
Right.
Why it takes so long to do it? Why? Because he has an agenda. And his agenda is not to help save black people. He's trying to arouse black people to do what? So that we could fight for him and do his dirty work.
Got one can.
You understand? But he doesn't understand how destroyed we are as a people.
Got one can.
You understand? Right? Read on.
Got one can. They are confederate against thee.
They are what?
They are confederate against thee.
They're confederate against thee. Right? That's why nobody did what? Nobody paid for what?
For slavery.
Nobody paid for slavery.
Right.
Slavery just happened, and then all of a sudden, it just went away. When people are rich, generations rich off of slavery. You understand?
Can one can.
Generational, wealth was built on slavery. Understand? And now we're going to sit down here and we're going to hear this African woman tell us something we've been saying all this while. But ain't no sweat. You all want to listen to us? Well, these heathens going to have to tell you all who you all are and who you are trying to join yourself onto. We're not Africans, and we should not ever try to join with them. They don't like us. They don't want us in their country. You understand? You can go ahead and play it.
Got one cancer.
Nobody wants to talk about it, and none of the museums in the country deals with this topic, even though slavery was once widespread in Ethiopia and not abolished until 1942. So why is this topic so controversial? The answer is Ethiopian exceptionalism. Official narratives focus on either Ethiopia's ancient Christian civilization or its reputation as the only African country to have successfully resisted colonization. Therefore, dealing with this subject challenge the discourse about Ethiopia's support.
And you see what she said? What? What's the word she used? She used a word where it seems as if they somehow
talking about Ethiopian exceptionalism.
Yes, where she said it's like they were, when there were deals being made.
Got one can.
There's deals being made. It's just like the so-called Moroccans. They never enjoy slavery like black people because they're not black, they're Africans. The original Moroccans. You understand? They like to say, well, we are Moors. We were not Moors. We were black people. We were Israelites. We are Israelites. We're not Moors.
Right.
The reason why they weren't in slavery because they weren't Israelites. They weren't us. Instead, they were the people, you understand, who engaged or who rounded us up to bring us here across in the Caribbean. You understand? And if those of us who didn't come across here in the Caribbean, we had to do what? We stayed right there in where? In Africa and was slave to the Ethiopians or slave to the who? Everybody, every one of them nations.
Right.
You understand? The so-called Israeli, he profited from it because he was making all the what? All the money with the insurance money.
Insurance, kind of one cancer. Yeah, man.
You understand? You had to insure your boat. You had to insure your slave. Remember, the slave was a property, was like property. You had to insure him. It is not is no different than what they do right now with the music industry. With these rappers, you understand? They have to be insured. And who is insuring them? The managers. Who is the managers? Who is running the whole industry? Who's collecting on all this insurance money?
Right.
Who's collecting all this insurance money on these brothers? You understand? So they've been playing, they've been running game for long. And they think it went unnoticed. It did not go unnoticed. We don't need an African woman to come up, on TikTok to tell us that the Ethiopians enjoy slavery. We knew that. We knew the Arabs and them had us in slavery too. You understand? We knew that. We knew the Englishman. We knew the Spaniard, the French, the Italian, the Portuguese. We know all of them enjoy the slavery. We know all of them built the country on it, built the wealth on it. I guarantee you go check whoever is the wealthiest people in these countries, you could find some of that money from slavery. You could find it. You could trace the money all the way back to slavery. You can't trace it. You think they just get? You think it's just they just get wealthy? No. That wealth was built doing something.
Yes, some people claim that there is limited evidence, when in fact all you need to.
You know what I mean? Go on and play some more.
So like yes, sir. I never know that hear it a while ago. We did want to find the part where she said, you know what I mean? They call dark-skinned people slaves. You know
now, like, we are time, man. Let's play out.
To
have an honest discussion about this topic because its legacy is still haunting this country today. How? Colorism and anti-blackness are real, and it's still common to hear light-skinned Habashas in Ethiopia and Eritrea refer to darker-skinned people as Baria, which means slave. Plus, you will not see a single dark-skinned stewardess on board.
That's the whole thing too. Yeah, that's the whole thing. Where the only time you hear about this is because when somebody offended by what's being done to them. So because you dark skin, now you coming and spilling the beans on your people. You understand? Now you angry. Yeah, I'm dark skin, but I'm gonna spill the beans on all you light skinned people, light skinned Ethiopian. When you dark skin and you light skin, you're Ethiopian, it's the same people.
Right.
You understand? You do like if this is going to disqualify you when Christ come back. No, this isn't going to disqualify you from being, going through your slavery when Christ come back. It's not. You got to serve some time. You understand? Because you had good black people and bad black people on them boats.
Right.
We all served time. We all did it.
and
Come on.
sir, if I may, you
Mm-hmm.
see, them look at things from a class, you know what I mean, perspective. These
Yeah.
people are slaves, and these set
Mm-hmm.
of people are, you know what I mean, I guess, better people, which is the same way the white man look on things. You
Yep.
understand? Hence the
Mm-hmm.
reason why when Rastafarians go over to Sashamani land, you understand, they are treated like slaves by the Ethiopians. You understand?
Yep. You want to play that tape for them too? Or you want to hold on to it?
Can one cancer. You know what I mean? All right. Which direction you want to go? You
You
want
could
to bring out anything before we play it?
you could play some more of the more of that woman because she gonna say some more stuff.
Can one can. Can one cancer.
You're not hearing anything. I think you have it on mute.
Silakia, sir. It's not mute on my end. Let me see what happened here.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, let me refresh it. In the meanwhile, just remember like, share, subscribe, depending on the platform that you're watching, and follow all our pages. Our link tree is in the bio of all our pages. All right, sir, you hear it now?
Mm-mm. No.
All right, oh, you not hear that none at all.
No. Share it with me and let me see if I can play it and you'll hear it on my side.
All right, sir.
Share it with me. I mean, we've been saying this for years,
Right.
years and years. But guess what? We living in a good time right now where the truth is being, amplified, magnified.
Can one can.
Because whatever Commander General said years ago, now they're seeing it. Now you're starting to see it. Everybody now talking about with the last days, with this, with that. You understand what I'm saying? What we gonna do? You continue listening to your pastor, and you'll see where he gonna put you. All right? Let me show you there now. All right.
Somebody in the chat said Queen teach history in your school, in your country. You know what I mean? Basically saying that the education came from Britain. You know what I mean? And that
Yeah,
is kind of one can.
yeah. Almost every Caribbean country, we learn maths. All our sciences the way England does.
Kind of one can.
You understand? All the Caribbean country. You know what I mean? Because them in America, they sat down and say, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna hold on to this. You could teach them. You could hold on to the educational system. I'm gonna hold on to this part of the economics.
Yeah.
You already have British Petroleum that's sucking all the oil from out of Trinidad.
Okay.
British Petroleum is a English or Britain company. You
Right.
understand? And then who knows how much land or ocean, part of the ocean that the so-called King of England own right now. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So they for sure know what they're doing. All right. Let me play this here, right?
Nobody wants to talk about it, and none of the museums in the
You
country
hear it?
deals with this topic,
Yeah,
even though
loud and clear,
slavery
sir.
was once widespread in Ethiopia and not abolished until 1942. So, why is this topic so controversial? The answer is Ethiopian exceptionalism. Official narratives focus on either Ethiopia's ancient Christian civilization or its reputation as the only African country to have successfully resisted colonization. Therefore, dealing with this dark chapter would challenge the discourse about Ethiopia's supposed exceptionalism. However, it's so important to have an honest discussion about this topic because its legacy is still haunting this country today. How? Colorism and anti-blackness are real, and it's still common to hear light-skinned Habeshas in Ethiopia and Eritrea refer to darker-skinned people as Baria, which means slave.
All right. That's it right there. Barrier, which means what? Slaves. That's how they look at us. They look at us like commodity. Like we just slave. We would, you know what I mean? If we not doing things to build them up, we would less, basically. We are strain on the economy. You understand? Now I'm gonna let you play that if you want you could play that the video of the Rasta man from Jamaica. You know what I mean? Play that video for them to see. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm
hearing it. Send it to me. Let me play.
Can.
Send it to me. Because trust me, they need to hear this.
Right.
They need to hear all of this. You know what I mean? Because they ain't teaching this in school. This here will not be taught in school. All right? Oh, I forget. The video is not that video is not it's not I can't watch that in this country.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. You could just tell them.
Now close the page. Now jump back in, and then you know what I mean.
You have to do all that. You could just tell them what about you know what I mean what the brother was basically saying.
All right, you know sir. So like, let me just check to see if the audio is coming through the computer and not just and hopefully, you know what I mean, it not break up through YouTube. So like, let me just check it.
Okay. All right.
In the meanwhile, remember, like, share, subscribe, depending on the platform that you're currently watching on. You know what I mean? On the platform that you're
You there?
All right, sir. Definitely now come through YouTube. Select you.
Okay. So you wanna jump out and then jump back in? I'll just play a tune while you jump out and jump back in.
Yeah, kind of one can, sir.
Okay, so you go and jump out and jump back in, and I just run something quick.
Got it.
All right. All right.
Where's he going with this shit? Cause tonight you belong to me. I'm from One West headquarters. Follow my captain's orders. Live in the land of pain and torture. No straw, but they want their mortar. Tell Trump, fuck borders. P.S. Prepare for slaughter. Never take their sons and daughters. Never give them alls in return. Niggas never wanna learn. Till they laying in the urn. Babylon, Babylon, Babylon. You got to burn. Even if I gotta go with it. So fuck it, is you with it? Niggas never feel froggy, they just wanna rip it. If I see a bad bitch, then I gotta rip it. Your lip looking like the Red Sea when I split it. Tell me why that flow so vicious. Every time he switches, beat a nigga ass like mama did with switches. You niggas look a real gay. Where are the bitches? I mean, where are the sisters? Better stay away from witches. That's a brouhaha. Love me as she brew, yeah. White people, he brew now. If you didn't know, you do now. You belong to me.
All right, we're back.
Got one gun.
All right. All right, so try that now.
Can one cancer.
Try that now. You know what I mean? Let's get it in. Let me dispel this, you know what I mean, this mess that we Africans.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mnet.
People say heaven. That's the fullness of their spirituality. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear it, sir. Can one can.
That's the highest point. They want to go to paradise, heaven. No, I think I'm living in paradise. They say you have to die before you go to heaven. I don't believe in that because I have no experience about that.
So pause
Charlie,
it, right?
many friends here have few legal.
Pause it there, right? So the brother say he's living in heaven, right?
Right.
That what you say, right? The
Can
brother
one
just
cancer.
said he's in heaven.
Mhm.
I'm gonna play it. Let me see who is he God.
Right.
Legal rights. Their passports expired long ago. They have no Ethiopian ID, which means they cannot work legally. Charlie says the government should recognize how Rastafarians can contribute to Ethiopia's development.
You come on, man, do something for us, man. I'm
Hold
appealing to the
on.
government, man. Not
Hold
forcing no one.
on.
But you know, I'm a you, man.
Hold on. I thought you just say he in heaven. What you begging for?
It's a luck here. Right.
So okay.
Seems
So if
like
he in
he's
heaven,
in hell.
yeah, that would seem like.
Can one,
But now if you
can
say
one
he in
can.
heaven, if he's in heaven, then I think the Ethiopians and them might be his God,
Right.
because that's who he begging.
Mhm.
You understand?
Can
That's
one
who
can.
he's begging right now for help
Right.
in
Can one
heaven, in heaven,
can. One can.
and that's, you know what I mean, and that's, I mean, that's the psychological damage that we have here living in this hell.
Right.
Like black people living in hell, and we try to make it our heaven based on what your preacher telling you.
Can one can.
You understand?
Mhm.
You living in hell, but boy, that preacher make you feel like you living in what? In heaven. That is some psychological damage, and that's the
Right.
psychological damage that all these nations are culpable in. You
Right.
understand? Because of slavery. Slavery done destroy us to a point where we don't even we lose the concept of reality. You understand?
Can one
Like
can.
we really in hell, but because we lost that concept of reality in our mind to survive, to move, to live on, we had to convince ourselves we living in what? In heaven.
Can one can.
When when that ain't reality. That is not reality. In reality, we in hell. You understand?
Can
But
one can.
now you don't listen to, you know what I mean, whoever, you know what I mean, some black person who call himself a leader, and you don't find yourself in Ethiopia under these Ethiopians, and now you have to beg them to come and help you.
Right.
You went across there with the whole concept of I'm an Ethiopian, I'm going back to the motherland, I'm an African, and you thought it would have been all nice. And lo and
That's,
behold, you leave one hell to go to another hell.
can one can.
But go ahead.
So like yes, sir, worse a hell because I see a recent video, you know what I mean? One
Mm-hmm.
of these days me I go pull it again.
Mm-hmm.
Where them a show Sasha Land, where like is a brother touring Sasha Land, and trust me, it's like a dirt village, you
I
know?
know. I'm gonna tell you that it's like they put him in, they get him in. You know what I mean? Put him in the desert. Throw
Yeah,
some dirt.
kind
Let
of,
some trees grow on it, and make it look like it was plush.
Kind of
But
one kind.
that place that they gave them, you understand, could not sustain them farming or growing anything on it for a certain number of years.
La.
They couldn't sustain it.
La.
Then you would have been in that position right now. But now they're so destroyed. They don't have the strength to import a fight. Now the Rasta begging.
Kind of one
You know what I
kind.
mean? Now instead of him, I know he like a little mutton, a little goat, or a little lamb. He can't afford that. He had to live off a sorrel grass. You understand? Go ahead.
So like you said, them say them practically live off of donations that people, you know what I mean, make. You know what I mean? So people donate funds to them and that's how them survive. So that means they're farming, you know what I mean? Now help them. Them now make wages, you know what I mean? Them now the Ethiopian market now open up to them so them can, you know what I mean, make a living for themselves, basically. So they have to survive off of begging. Slovakia.
Yeah, that rough. That is rough. That is rough.
And Slovakia again, sir. You can see where them start looking like the Ethiopians. You know, the Ethiopians them look dirt, you know what I mean, dirty and skinny and you know
and dusty.
And look like them now get proper, you know what I mean, nourishment and all them things there. So them start to look, sir.
Yeah. Because it's hell.
God.
Yeah, I mean, that brother need to wake up and know that he's in hell. Once he wakes up and he knows that he's in hell, then he could do something about it. You understand? Come back to Jamaica, man. Better you suffer in hell with your brothers and your sister than you try to suffer in hell with these other nations. That hell you're suffering right now, he is suffering right now, is worse off than what brothers and sisters suffering on the island.
Right.
It's worse.
At
least you could turn to each other and try to help. Try to, you know what I mean, to make things, you know what I mean, make a way.
So lucky, sir.
Come on.
I bet when they're in Ethiopia, Shashamaniland, there's not one mango tree in sight. You know what I mean? Not one ackee tree. You understand? Not one brother that you can say, yo, bear 2 breadfruit. Because even though the poverty they are in a Jamaica and we're poor, no, one thing we did have, or one thing they would have had if they were still here in Jamaica suffering with us, they would have us, they would have each other. But no, you have to, you know what I mean, depend upon the mercy of the Ethiopians who look at you as slaves. You know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah. Let's play a little more of this African woman, this African they love to say we are. I see what you say. Yeah. I'm gonna share my screen there right now. Let's see a little more of this. Let's see if she has any more.
Plus, you will not see a single dark-skinned stewardess on board of Ethiopian Airlines. Also, armed conflicts in the south, where the victims are dark-skinned, don't receive the same media attention as the conflicts in the north. To downplay or contest slavery in Ethiopia, some people claim that there is limited evidence, when in fact all you need to do is take a closer look at the ancient paintings in Ethiopia's Orthodox churches. Apparently, not only proud Ethiopian nationalists, but even African Americans and Caribbeans, who should actually know better, are so blinded by Ethiopia's supposed exceptionalism that they downplay slavery in Ethiopia with the words, oh, it's not comparable. People were still treated like humans and even considered as part of the family. However, talking about the comforts of slavery is highly problematic because it obscures the fact that slavery, no matter where and in which form, is inseparably linked to violence. Slavery in Ethiopia.
Yeah. So, there you have it, people. There you have it. These Ethiopians had slaves.
Right.
You understand? These Ethiopians didn't endure slavery. So how you could call yourself an Ethiopian? Remember, she just said they didn't have slaves. But now you have men like Culture and Burning Spear talking about we homeland is Ethiopia.
Hmm.
Then why your forefathers was across here picking sugar cane, cotton sugar cane, cotton tobacco? You know why? You were not African. You were not
Right.
Ethiopian. You were Israelite. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? You were from the 12 tribes of Israel. That's where it was from the tribe of Benjamin,
That's
those in
right.
the Caribbean. You understand? And we should not, you know what I mean? We shouldn't have these other nations telling our story. Our story is written in this Bible. You
Right.
understand? The Bible has the rules on how we're supposed to live and what we have to do to get back on top. So we could be in heaven and these nations could be in hell.
Right.
You understand?
Kind
You know
of
what I
one.
mean? And anything else?
Salakia.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you want to do where Christ said he sent his disciples to the so-called Gentiles.
Kind of one
You can read, you can read that.
1 second, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew 10 and verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get it. In the meanwhile, remember, like, share, subscribe, follow, depending on the platform that you're watching on. If you have question for Captain Nayatat, just type it in the chat as well. You know the things already. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Can. So this is the book of Matthew chapter 10 and verse 5. And it says, these 12 Yahweh Shai Mashiach sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles,
Mm-hmm.
and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not.
You understand? Christ was telling them, don't go to them Africans and them
Right.
as in Samaria. Don't go to them. You understand? Don't enter into there. Go teach your people where your
Right.
people are. Won't teach where your people are. You understand? Like you trying to lay claim to Africa. Africa is not laying claim to you.
Right. Mm-hmm.
The woman just tell you that these Ethiopians, they were fully, you know what I mean, in with the slavery. In with it. You understand? We need to wake up and we need to realize that we are the Israelites according to the Bible. You understand? All right? Anything else? Anything more? Come on.
So verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
How could we leave that out? Say the lost sheep of the house of Israel. A
Right.
lost sheep does not know where he's from. You understand? Black people are the only people on the face of the earth who don't know where we're from. We don't even know we Israelites. We go tell your brother, you're an Israelite, sister, you're the Israelite. Oh, no. And not them people in the Bible. No, that's not me. Them kill Christ. Them kill Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you do it every day when you eat pork. When you try to be a Rastafarian, you try to be a Christian. You understand? You're still doing it because you're an Israelite. The Bible says we are stiff-necked people. We hard-headed. Telling you you're the best. We're telling you you're the salt of the earth. Nah. You don't want to believe that. Now an African woman had to come and tell you that you're not an Ethiopian. But we've been telling you that. We've been telling you that. How you go join the people who done profited from your destruction?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, most of you Rastafarian, you old school Rastafarian, you all went into that to separate you from the Christian, from the so-called white man. And now you go join onto the Ethiopians who had you in slavery just like the white man. Come on.
Sir. They're trying to run from Christian church and end up worshiping, you know what I mean, Ethiopian doctrine, which is Christianity, basically, are worshiping Haile Selassie, which is a Christian. And to also say, sir, you know what I mean, we, based on where we know about slavery, we should, you know what I mean, we should stay far from anybody that have any connection with slavery. You understand? Because we know what slavery is. We never enslaved, you know what I mean, any nation of people. You understand? We know what we still are in and what recently happened to us over here in the West, right? So why would we now go join ourselves with a nation who's infamous for slavery? You know what I mean? That show that we are inconsiderate about our own suffering. You understand?
Now too, as you're saying, now they understand why the people in Jamaica are suffering the way they're suffering. Because they're not Ethiopians. And the Ethiopian government will never accept them. Never. I don't care how much they beg to be accepted. They are not going to accept these Israelites.
Right.
They would not. You understand? They cannot. You know what I mean? Or else, you know what I mean? They will have some problems on the hand with their own people. You understand? Anything else?
Last, sir, I think that is a good note to end on the show on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Again, this is slack. Go ahead, sir.
We ain't Africans.
Right.
I must keep on saying it. We are not Africans. Go ahead. Salakia.
Yeah, man. So to everybody watching, just remember, follow, share, subscribe, depending on the platform that you're watching on. Our link tree is in all the pages that we have in the bio. Click the link tree and it will take you to all the links to all our pages. Follow us on all social media platforms. This is the Breakdown podcast where we break down the strongholds that hold back the children of Israel here in Jamaica, Trinidad, the Caribbean, North, Central, and South America. And with that, you know what thing go.
That's right. Sure.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 West hitter. Big stepping, Katazai, roughly translated lethal weapon with the Danny Glovers for the fingerprint covers. Type of niggas start beef just to see your true colors. We don't want no coward, then I'll spin that block for your cover. Don't break no oath and try to act like we brothers. From a nigga named Jacob and 4 different mothers. I stay ready like it's Malcolm looking out them shutters. We try and get it out the gutters till we ball like ruckers. Booted up, no Timbs, if it was it's the butters. Ain't no hoe in his blood and his heart don't flutter. I pop some Castle Hill, nigga, he ain't raised no runners. I don't run with 6'9" or gunners. Lay more pipe than plumbers, just some bad motherfuckers. Too long I've been slept on, boy, smoother than Teflon. Too dope to get stepped on. 1 West I rep on, no never getting crept on. Ain't fucking with a nigga, then you could get the F on. Baby said I'm handsome, gassing me like Chevron. I ain't take no losses, if I did I learned the lesson. I just keep it pushing, ain't waiting for you to catch on. Motion, locomotion, without the pills or the potion. Outspoken, man, this nigga is always causing commotion. Son of Joseph, just try and build us a Goshen. From here to Boston, a nigga is fucking awesome. A blessing if you caught and put that pussy in a coffin. If it ain't UPK, you niggas ain't important. Started living life as soon as I took my portion. Type of smoke we pull up and these niggas started coughing. Choke artists, swallowing, wallowing, Xanax and a Klonopin, sensitive